Jess here and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, let me introduce myself a bit. My name is Jess and I love doing DIY, making clothes in a simply but pretty way. Because I'm learning sewing by myself and have never attended any fashion school before, so all of my sharing is based on my experience. They might not be correct in professional ways, but I found them easier and they work for me. So I hope you will find them helpful when making your own clothes. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you how I make my puff sleeve square neck blouse. It's a simple and beginner-friendly DIY, but the blouse is so cute and I believe it could be a perfect piece for your everyday outfit wardrobe. So let's get started! I use 1.5 meters of loose linen fabric for this DIY. The first step is making the neck of the blouse. I cut a rectangle with 28 cm length, which is the width between two inside shoulders, plus 2 cm for seam allowance, and 40 cm width, which is 2 times the length from the shoulder to above the bust. It's the depth of the neck that you want. I'm drawing a new rectangle inside the current one 6 cm. So the width of the square neck that I want will be 4 cm after deducting 2 cm for seam allowance. And you will have the neck of the blouse after cutting. Cut another piece like this, then connecting two pieces of the neck together, and sew at the inside rectangle. After sewing, I make a small cut at 4 ends of the rectangle to make the edge of the square neck look nicer when I turn it out. Then I make the second seam at one piece of the neck together on the end fabric to one side. It will be the inside part of the neck. After sewing, I use the iron to keep the folding at the edge of the neck. And here's my neck after on. Moving to the main borders of the blouse, I cut a rectangle with 40 cm length, which is the length from the butt to over my belly button. It's the length of the blouse that I want. And 70 cm width, which is 1.5 times a half of my bust size plus 2 cm for seam allowance. On one width line, I mark in 8 cm from two ends. So the width between two marks will be 54 cm, which is 2 times the width of the neck that I just finished. From the end of the width line, I mark down at 5 cm on the length line. It's the width from above the bust to the middle of the bust. Then connecting this mark to the mark on the width line to create a sleeve line for the main borders. I cut another piece like this, then connect two pieces together at two side lines and sewing. To finish the end of the blouse, I fold the end fabric inside 2 times and sew it together. Moving to the sleeve, I cut a rectangle with 30 cm length, which is the length of the sleeve that I want, and 80 cm width, which is 2 times the length of the neck, from the front to the back. I fold the rectangle in half on the width line first. Then from the end of the folding fabric, I mark at 8 cm inside on the length line. It's the same with the marks I made on the top of the main bodice before. Then I mark up at 5 cm, which is the width from above the butt to the middle of the bust. So we will have the sleeve line after connecting 2 marks together. It will be the same with the sleeve lines on the main bodice. Connecting 2 underarmpit lines together, then sewing. From the end of the sleeve, I draw a straight line at 4 cm inside. Then I fold the end of the sleeve to this line and sew to create a fabric hole for the elastic band to go through later. Therefore, don't forget to keep a small unsewed space when sewing. I cut an elastic band with 1 cm width and 24 cm length, which is the width of my arm. After sewing 2 ends of the elastic band together, I sew the unsewed space I kept before to finish the sleeve part. Now I'm connecting the sleeve to the main bodice at the C line, then sewing. After that, I make a loose seam at 2 tops of the sleeve and 2 tops of the main bodice. Then I create the gathering fabric there later. The final width of the gathering fabric at the sleeves will be 40 cm, which is the length of the square neck. The final width of the gathering fabric at the top of the main bodice will be 26 cm, which is the width of the square neck. So you can connect them to the neck later. Remember just connecting them to one inside piece of the neck first. After sewing, I fold the other piece of the neck over the first seam to hide on the end fabric inside, then make the second seam. And I finished this DIY. Here's my final result. This is such a cute blouse and perfect for summer. I also love this outfit so much. So I hope you will try it out soon. See you next week.